My name is Megan. I'm putting this on YouTube because it has become what I hope will not be my last resort. I'm not looking for a job. I held one for 7 years, or money, not to be the next web celeb. What I could use is some assistance, and not from the government. In 2004, I was let go from my job for no reason given of 7 years. Prior to that, started a physical change, a diet if you will. I kept it going for 3 years. In the month of April of that same year, on Easter Sunday, became a victim of a crime while walking home from a baseball game. Thought, what could happen next? Lose my job? Sure enough, I was informed to either work only 2 days a week or only on the weekends and 1 day at night. So 2 weeks later, on the 30th of April, was my last day. For 2.5 years, instead of looking for another job, I decided to focus on my weight loss. Jogged every day, wrote letters and sent emails to talk shows who I would have hoped could help me make my dream come true. That is, to be in movies and on television. I know what you're going to ask. Why don't you go to acting school? I don't need it. Been there, done that. Plus, it costs money and life has been my acting school. It's free. How about becoming an extra? That too costs money and wouldn't make sense if you don't have a job. In 2005, I went to New York City and stood in front of Dean and DeLucas at 30 Rockefeller Plaza with a sign that read, in hopes of getting on the Today Show. And the sign read, let go from my job in 2004, lost all this weight, please NBC, make my dream come true to be on Will and Grace. Al just looked at it and walked away. Ironic. When I went home, it was announced the show was ending. It went on the air the same year I started my job in 98. Then I was let go 5 years later, and it ends a year after that. I volunteered for 1.5 years for Project Open Hand. Some of the people whom I wrote to were local and others well known. The ladies of The View, Oprah, Extreme Makeover Home Edition, CMT, Donald Trump, the CEO of Starbucks, Martha Stewart, Bill Rancic of The Apprentice, the presidents of entertainment for NBC and ABC, and Ellen DeGeneres. Out of these, she was the only one who sent me 2 postcards that read, thank you for your material. If we decide to use it, we'll call. It's interesting how some of the names on this list preach of how much we need to help each other, but then do not practice it only if it benefits their ratings. Like Oprah, Martha, Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and The View. This is not acceptable. If someone actually helps me, I can honestly say that I would have no need to appear on a talk show with a host that does not respond to her viewers, then has the nerve to tell them to buy a book. I know the secret. Didn't have to buy it or learn it from her or any of her guests. Having people in one's life is worth more than favorite things or all the money in the world. She gets people all excited about a favorite person, only has one giveaway a season, and makes it difficult entering a contest by having requirements. Have no need to appear on a talk show trying to get my point across when 4 out of the 5 hosts force that their opinions are right and yours are wrong. It's not fair and balanced to me. If the men and women watching this who are fighting for our hopes, dreams, and freedoms, I would be so furious. You didn't sign up to put yourself in harm's way. For this to see how the country you love is ignoring the hopes and dreams of another. Neither did I. I get it, but as you can see and tell, others don't. I always support you. I will, by attending the Freedom Alliance concert that I have no money to buy tickets for. Participate in Homes for Our Heroes, and even though I am not a celebrity, but I can sing, would like to join the USO. Did you know in the state I live in has a government program called Alameda Vocation Rehab? It was referred to a family member of mine. Not only they didn't find my first job out of college for me, it was thanks to my sister who did. But it took them 2 years to find a job at an ice rink that I worked for 7. And they actually insisted I went to see a psychiatrist. I was treated like a case file, a quota, not a human being.